Oh my God, we got to talk about the awful Magic One. Stick around. This IEM has hit the internet by storm, and we need to talk about it because it's significant. Yes, really significant. So let's get on with it. First, you need the details, specs. We need to talk about it. Everyone wants to know how it sounds, obviously. Most importantly, it's in the box, specs. First of all, so this is from a brand called AFUl. Such a joke that it is good, almost like shit audio. You have awful, meaning good. Who knew? Who knew a bad name could be so well? Anyways, let's see, from a spec standpoint, it is 38 ohms. All right, that is very high for a IEM, 103 dB sensitivity. So in my experiences, you're not going to have a problem driving it. It is IEM. You should know, though, it's 38 ohms and 103 dB sensitivity. What does that mean? Well, it's going to be about twice as hard to drive as most 14 to 16 ohm kind of IEMs. Most IEMs are around 120 dB sensitivity. So yeah, you plug these in back and forth, you're going to have to crank it and make sure you turn it back down if you switch to a different IEM, because these do take a lot more power. Single BA, this is why we need to talk about one balanced armature, the whole frequency response. And we will be talking about that later, but that is why it is called the Magic One. Let's see what's in the box first. It does cost $140 currently on sale for about 120 bucks on Amazon. We'll have a link below. Please click it, buy it. Helps out the channel, costs you nothing, and helps me keep making videos because I bought this with my own money. No one sent this to me. So yeah, all thoughts and opinions are purely mine because I own this. IEMs were clearly placed right here. You do get a nice aluminum case. We've seen these before. Nothing crazy. You do get some tips in here. A nice selection. Yeah. For 150 bucks, it's not a Moondrop product. You're not getting some waifu or something amazing like that. You are getting standard packaging. I am sure over time, AFUl will start introducing more clever kind of packaging to go along with the price of their products. This is my first AFUl product, so I don't know how some of the Performer 4s or 6 or 8s, I have no idea how those look. After getting this Magic One, I will be paying more attention to AFUl and trying to get some of their other products hopefully sent to me. AFUl, please. Hypho Go, please send some to me. Good. So anyways, here are the IEMs themselves. I love the look of this. So it's kind of has a very clear depth to it in this kind of, I don't know what you kind of, I'm going to call it. It's not a chevron pattern, though. It gives you a mimic of that. Kind of like a trident pattern, I guess, put in. It is a clear resin, semi-custom shaped housing. And if you can see there, you can see there's a crossover unit, or what they're calling some kind of acoustic response system. So basically, the BA sits in right there. And then it's hard to see on the camera, you have to find this for yourself. If you look, there is a vent hole right back there. And you can see the spiraling through this chamber inside. And this vents out, so the BA is not pressurizing your ear, which is good. And there's supposed to be some, what they're calling electronic acoustic feedback system. So the BA produces sound, and then somehow it goes out, goes in, goes back. I don't know how it can do that, but that's what they're claiming. The cable is astonishing for $120, $140 original retail price. You're getting metal 2-pin connector ends, colored with right and left, which I absolutely love. You see here 3.5 millimeter in connection. Nice metal, nice look. Yeah, really good. The only downside to this cable is, as you can see, it's a little bit stiff. It's not memory foam. You can see I just took it out. It lays flat. It is a 4-wire, and it's just a little bit stiff. Um, it's not horrible. It's not sticky. Some of these get too soft and sticky. It's kind of a harder feel, and it's just it's a little bit stiff. Um, Ear hooks, you can see the plastic goes from here to here. I don't like that. I like it just when it has a little bit. No problem with this. It's not too much where it's just kind of twisting upon itself. It's really a really astonishing earbud, housing, the shape, the depth. It's not too deep, but sometimes that can be a problem. I am running smaller tips. When they insert deeper, I use smaller tips. Chin slider, everything for this is amazing. So I'm going to put these down because I'm tired of holding them. And we're going to talk about the sound of these because I'm blown away. I never thought that an IEM with one single BA can produce the sound it is. Not just the sound, the decay. Balanced armatures are known for treble, hits. Let's call it cymbal hits, where you'll, hear the initial hit on the cymbal, then the decay as it goes, and kind of rather than going out, it's really fast. And BAs are very fast at providing you details, but they go away really fast, and that can give the appearance of clarity and being very detailed. In this case, it is providing the information as it is there. How it lingers and has to do all this stuff, I don't know. There's some amazing man-child at AFUl that is doing this, or many, and they have come upon something that is amazing. So if you feel you need to buy an IEM with 8 BAs now to do what you need and pay $1,200, no, you don't need 2 E-stats and 2 bone conduction modules, and you don't need all that. You need 1 BA that AFUl has provided to you. So in talking about the sound, I will try to pop up a frequency response graph. Not sure how many people have done this. So it is, I'm going to call it neutral-ish. You do get a sense of a bit more treble. It doesn't seem to have some peaks and valleys that some IEMs have that can give you the perception of more width and depth. But the details are all there. Vocal clarity, it comes right to the forefront. So all the singers, vocalists are going to be present right in your face and sound amazing. Moving on down to, I'm going to guess around maybe, it's not, where it departs somewhat from the Harman curve is that it's, I'm not going to call it V-shaped because it's more neutral than V-shaped. But the bass starts rising after the vocals. So from about, 600 hertz or so, the graph just starts rising gradually ever so. And is a critical area that if you get too much information into that area, it'll sound warmish, too warm, too muddy, and things get clogged together. And in this case, it's perfectly done. The mid bass for me is actually perfect. There's actually a tail off into the sub bass where you may not get as much rumble as you want from some IEMs, where it's still rising, where they may have dynamic drivers, but this is tailing off at the end in the sub bass and should not be a problem. I use one song critically to listen to for every IEM, actually everything I listen to. Tool Invincible, it gets to around 7 minutes, 37 minutes 40 in that song. It just comes after, Tool songs are long, right? So anyways, comes after the ebbs and flows, I guess, of Tool's music, which is excellently produced, recorded, and the details are there. They're trying to convey a message through every part of their music. In this case, around that part, the drummer is starting to lead the song, and you should be feeling that the drummer is trying to drive a hole into a snare drum. He is getting onto it. And it's just not the normal snare drum hit. It is the ring of that actual drum that you're hearing, because he is hitting it so hard. And I mean hard. And it should be driving you. It should be like the singer in front of you. In this case, it is perfectly done with the AFUl Magic One. It just gives you that information perfectly. Again, everyone may have a different preference on what they want with an IEM. And for me, I found that this sound, frequency response, I guess the best way of putting it, is perfect for me, the music genres that I listen to. You may not like rock, metal, heavy metal, some of that you may like jazz, and some of that, it's not going to let you down. I do spend hours at a time because I'm not always sitting at my desk, just walking around. Sometimes I'm driving my car listening to this R3 Pro Saber, I think it is. Yeah, R3 Pro. This is old. This is like when the AKM facility burned down and they had to switch to Saber. And it's been a workhorse, this heavy unit. I needed to do a review of it, like a long-term use review, and talk about it. So all my music in here, 2,000 to 3,000 songs, just come up randomly. It's everything from jazz to old funk, classic rock. I pretty much have everything, every type of genre on here. It just cycles through, and I'm in awe listening to this. Now, as I mentioned, if I had a power volume setting on here of 50, say for most IEMs, when I plug this in, I'm sitting around 80 to give you an example. So it takes a lot more power, and it was, pushing this, not to its end, but it did take a lot of power to get these to drive. But every genre that came through, I was just amazed. And the detail, and it's still smooth. It's not kind of crunchy and hard around the edges. Everything just came through, and something that I just feel like I have to own. And yes, I did buy these. I could put these back up for sale, probably for 80 to 100 bucks on eBay, and flip them, which for this channel I have to buy and sell things. I just can't keep them. There are things that I do keep, and I can tell you that this will be staying with me because it is that good. And this will be the new $120 champ in my book. So yeah, I can't say enough. AFUl, you hit it out of the park. Great job. Please keep it up. Send some more my way. Love it. If you can, please just hit the buttons down below. You got to like and subscribe. Help the small channel grow, and I can provide you with more videos. So peace, take care, and we'll see you later.